Hey everybody, welcome back. Game Scribble with you, and we are here for a second episode of Wasteland Remastered. We did our first episode where we created our party and talked about getting a really good start, and I wasn't sure whether I was going to do a series on this, but we've had a request from State Jake. Left a comment on the last video, and he said do another episode. So you know what, okay, State Jake, I'm doing another episode. I think in this episode we're gonna tackle a couple of things. We're gonna go into Highpool, we're gonna do a couple of quests, and we'll get into things. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this game and see what we can do. Alright, here we are in Highpool. Let's just real briefly take a look at the party that we created in the last episode. I will have a link in the description below to the last episode so that you can kind of, if you didn't see that, you can see how we created our party and who our party really is. So let's just take a brief overview right now at the 4 characters in our party. Alright, we got Frank and Beans. Franks and Beans is our luck character and our medic. His primary skills are gambling and medic, and that's really all he's good for. He's going to gamble for us, and he's going to help us heal when needed. And we got Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is our strength and our dexterity. He's got some primary skills here in climb and swimming, perception and pick lock. So kind of an all-around badass. He's going to be very useful in the party. And here's Martha Stewart. She's our dexterity, straight dexterity character. She's going to mainly be used in demolition, safe cracking, alarm disarm, bomb disarm, sleight of hand, that kind of stuff. She is our dexterity character. Also going to be very useful. And I tell you, who would have thought Martha Stewart with red hair and tattoos? And here's Leroy Jenkins. You can't forget him. I mean, if you're playing a game, you got to have Leroy Jenkins in your party. He is our charismatic and backup medic character. Primary skills for him that we're going to be using are, of course, the backup medic and then bureaucracy and confidence. And we gave him, some pick lock and some other little skills because we needed to use up his points. So he's going to be our utility guy. Charismatic backup medic. Gotta love Leroy Jenkins. Alright, now in the last episode we talked about getting a good start here. We came up with about $800. We pulled all of our money into Franks and Beans. We'll take a look real quick. Franks and Beans has our money. He's got about $807. So in this episode we're going to talk about this town here of Highpool. There's a mission we're going to do. We're going to help out the town here. We're going to check out a few new locations around the wasteland. Hopefully we're going to get into some combat. And we can talk about combat. We're going to continue to build our wealth so we can get some money to buy some important items. And we're going to complete a really fun mission at a place called the AG Center against big bunnies and stuff. And hopefully in that quest, that's the main chunk of this episode, we're going to get enough experience points so that we can all level up. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started here. And what we're going to do now, we're going to go into this little building here. This is where we sold our stuff before. And if you come up to this little wall here, you'll see it says a note is tacked to the wall. It says Cave, Adults Raid Outlaws, Jackie, Bobby's Dog, and Fix Water Purifier. So fixing the water purifier, that's what we're going to focus on. So let's come back out here and you can come all the way down to this very bottom building here. And what you're going to see is that it's an old workshop. There's a machine parts lying all around. And you're just going to walk around here. And you're going to see that there's a machine. There's a pump. The pipes go underneath the floor. But the pump here isn't working. So as you continue to walk around, underneath of the bed, you find a loose floorboard, and you find quite a cache. So let's open this up and let's give our loot to Franks and Beans. So you can see we got a 9mm pistol, comes with a 9mm clip, and here's a really important thing, the leather jacket, and then 49 bucks in cash. So we're going to go ahead and take all that, and of course we're going to equip the leather jacket on Franks and Beans. So let's go ahead to Franks and Beans. We're going to come down to the leather jacket, and we are going to select it and equip it. Okay, so now you see under or next to Franks and Beans, his armor class is now 1. So that's pretty important. So now we got to go find an engine. And how we're going to do that is we are going to leave and go out to the wasteland and travel to what's called the Nomads Camp. Entering the wasteland. Oh boy. Alright, here we go. Now we got to go up towards the Nomads Camp, which I believe is right here. The Desert Nomads. Let's go ahead and get in there, and we're going to go buy this engine.
You've come upon the Rail Nomads Camp. Ornery-looking longhorn cattle wander among dusty tents from which sullen faces peer. In the background, a ramshackle collection of railroad cars, patched with wood, hide, and an odd piece of corrugated aluminum, sits on a rail siding. 2 of the cars, the locomotive at the front and the caboose at the rear, appear to be in better condition than the others. As you approach, a strained silence falls over the camp, and you grow uncomfortable under the collective gaze of the assembled nomads. Finally, one of the nomads steps forward. "Welcome, Rangers. I am the brakeman of this train. I'd be honored if you would visit me in the caboose before leaving our camp. In the meantime, please accept our hospitality." The brakeman turns and strides back into the camp.
Alright, so here we are in the Nomads Camp. The brakeman has invited us to visit him, and we're not going to do that. We're going to come to this store right here. And who wants to enter? We're going to send Franks and Beans in because he's got our money. We're going to buy. And do you see this engine here? It's 500 bucks. We have 800. Let's go ahead and buy the engine. Let's go ahead and get on out of here. And that is all we need right now. We are leaving, going back into the wasteland. And we're going to travel back through the wasteland, back to Highpool. Now, we don't want to mess with the Desert Nomads right now. There's some other stuff we're going to do there later. But for right now, we just want the engine. So here we go. Franks and Beans has the engine. We're going to choose him. We're going to say use an item. We're going to go down to the engine. We are going to use this engine. And we are just going to use it on your current position. And there it is. The engine slides into place and you start the device running. Look at that. We have now fixed the water purifier for the town. Now the juvies, the little kids, little kind of fat-bellied, raggedy-looking kids there, say we wanted to fix it for a long time. Please accept our deep and sincere thanks. So now they got some loot, so we're going to give it to Franks and Beans. We got a mangler, which is an AT weapon. We have 4 leather jackets. That's really what we wanted. Now, why they couldn't go to the Desert Nomads and buy the engine themselves with the cash and jewelry, who knows? So what we're going to do right now, let's equip everybody with the leather jackets. So first things first, let's go to Franks and Beans. And we are going to take an item, this leather jacket, and we're going to trade it with Chuck Norris. We're going to do the same thing with every leather jacket he has. Alright, so now we got everybody equipped with their leather jackets. You can see everybody's armor class is 1. And now we are going to go sell the jewelry. So we'll go into this trader. Franks and Beans wants to enter. And he wants to sell. So the jewelry's worth 75. So he's got 2. Chuck Norris has the other 2. Let's bring him in. Okay, that is all done. So let's go ahead and look at Franks and Beans again. And then we're going to hit the X button and pull all the money. We are 988 bucks. And you should be right around 900 to 1,000 bucks right about now. And everybody's got a leather jacket. So I tell you what we're going to do. We want to sell the extra leather jacket. We're also going to sell some of the extra stuff that we got here. And in order to sell the armor, you know where we have to go. We got to go to Quartz. It's pretty dangerous, so let's go ahead and back out into the wasteland. Alright, we're heading back to Quartz. It's starting to become nighttime. That's not good. And remember, we want to enter in this bottom left corner. Here we go. Alright. Oh boy. Here we go. Here's combat. We have run into some guy with a gun. And he looks, looks pretty badass. So what we're going to do, we're going to choose every person and we are going to attack. So let's go ahead. Everybody attacks this guy. And let's see what happens. Oh, Franks and Beans hits him. And he kills him. Wow. All right. So it looks like we killed the deserter. They were able to peel off final shots. And they did get some hits on us, but not too bad. We've still got some left, so let's go ahead and keep attacking. Alright, Franks and Beans hits somebody and kills them. And as you can see, we got some experience points. Franks and Beans killed 2, Martha Stewart killed 1, Leroy Jenkins killed 1. Good job. Alright, we're going back in here. Franks and Beans is going to enter. He's going to sell an extra pistol that he has. Let's sell this extra clip. Let's sell the leather jacket. And we're going to sell this Mangler, the AT weapon. We don't need it. It's useless. Let's go ahead and sell it. Alright, nothing else he can sell. So what we're going to do here, he's actually going to enter. And now we're going to buy our hand-to-hand weapons. And that's going to be axes. So we're buying 4 axes. And let's get the hell out of here. Back into the wasteland. Alright, so we saw a little bit of what combat was. I'm sure we're going to get into a lot more in this episode. Because right now, we are going to go into the Ag Center. Alright, here's the Ag Center. And it says, outside the sales booth, a group of 10 men with axes, hoes, rakes, and shovels shake their heads with despair. You can see them all standing there. But before we do this, there's something in Highpool that I forgot to show you. So let's go back to Highpool real quick. I want to show you something. Alright, remember when we were in Highpool before? We saw the sign. It says something about Jackie and a dog and Bobby in a cave. If you come down to this corner, this is Bobby. It's Bobby. And Bobby is crying. And he's behind a bush, apparently, crying. And we want to talk to him. So we're going to say yes. What do we want to ask him about? And here we can type in things that we want to ask him about. And this is part of what I loved about this game back in the 80s when it came out, was the types of games that came out back then were very text driven. The graphics weren't good. The gameplay wasn't great. It was a lot of thinking, a lot of, typing things in, having conversations through like a text. And a lot of it required, honestly, to have a notebook and a pen sitting next to you. You almost had to like take notes as you went along, or else you had to remember everything, which is pretty difficult. And it really stimulated and challenged the brain. So anyway, as we saw in that note before, let's ask him about Jackie. Let's see what he's got to say. So he says, I told Jackie to keep clear of the cave. Alright, so I guess Jackie, maybe she fell in the cave. Let's go ahead and ask about the cave. He says, the cave is between the pool and the west cliff wall, kind of between 2 trees. Don't kill my dog Rex, okay? Please. And then the young boy sobs and runs away. Alright, so that's a mission that you get. And basically, here's the cave. And you don't see it here. But what you can do is you can use your perception character and use your perception in the direction of the cave. So our perception character is Chuck Norris. So what we can do is we can say use Chuck Norris. We're going to use a skill, I believe, which is perception. And we are going to choose to use it towards the space in between those two trees. It says you find a deep hole to a dark cave. A short strand of frayed rope about 3 inches long dangles from a tree limb. Now, everybody's got a piece of rope. So at this point, what you can do is you can use your rope and it'll climb you down into the cave. Now, we're not going to do that. And I'll tell you why. This is one of those missions that is going to go wrong. You're going to go down to the cave. You're going to find Jackie. She's crying. She's going to have this dog, which is Rex. And Rex has like rabies or something. And he's just going to attack you. And you have no choice but to kill him. So as soon as you kill Rex, Bobby is going to be really pissed. And when you come out of the cave, he's going to attack you. The little kid. And you're going to have to kill him. You're going to have to kill a little kid. And then after you kill him, all the other juvies in the town, the ones that gave you that loot before, they're all going to attack you. And you're going to have to kill all of them. And as soon as you do that, the whole town's going to be real pissed off at you. And this town is going to become hostile. And you're not going to be able to come back here. And the reason that you want to come back here throughout the game is for this building right here. This is an infirmary. It's a medic. And when you get hurt, you want to come here and you want to heal up. If you get a disease, if you become seriously injured, you're going to come here for treatment. And the reason why you want to come to this location, there's other infirmaries around the Wasteland, but the reason you want to come to this one is because it is the cheapest one in the Wasteland. It's going to cost you less to come to this one. So we're not going to do the mission with the cave. We're not going to find the dog. We're not going to get these people pissed off at us. That's the last thing we're going to do in Highpool. And we're going to leave this town on a good note. All right, with that being said, let's get back to the Ag Center and punch some bunnies in the face. All right, we are back at the Ag Center. And I tell you what we're going to do here. And we're going to talk to everybody in a second. But because we're inside the Ag Center, we're going to switch everybody to their one-handed weapons. So let's go ahead and we'll go Franks and Beans. It's going to go ahead and distribute these axes to everybody. Alright, so everybody's got the axes, and now we're going to equip the axes as our primary weapon. Now everybody's equipped with an axe. It's our handheld weapon, and just to tell you why we're doing this, and I know I got a comment from Colored Green in the last episode talking about one-handed, and I really appreciate the comment, appreciate the information. And what we're doing here, we're not going to use crowbars or knives or fists or any of that stuff. We're using an axe. And I think axes are pretty cool. And we're going to use hand-to-hand combat as much as we can here in these beginning levels. Because when you use hand-to-hand combat, you get double the experience points. So throughout this whole mission quest, whatever you call it here at the Ag Center, we're going to use axes. Everybody gets double experience points, which is really going to help us to level up a lot quicker. And that being said, let's go ahead and talk to these farmers, see if we can help them out. So what we can do here, we're going to hit the select button. I'm on the Xbox. I guess if you're on the PlayStation, it would be a different button. I don't even know if this is on the PlayStation. So let's go ahead and hit our journal and see what paragraph 56 says. So here's a cool thing about Wasteland. The original game came with discs, physical discs that you put in, like I had an Apple IIe. You put your discs in, you play in the game, and basically it also came with a book that had these paragraphs in it. Now here's paragraph 56, so we can go ahead and read this. And it basically says the same thing, so you can listen to it, you can read it. Let's go ahead and listen to it.
Closer now. You can hear the conversation of the men you saw when you came in. There's a short silence after each man voices his thoughts. They speak of varmints who are impossible to kill, The varmints are stealing their food faster than ever before, and they seem to be massing for a major attack. The simple weapons of the farmers are not enough to stop them. They have no idea what to do. One of them jumps as he notices you, and they all turn to face you. A stocky man they call Miguel approaches.
All right, so that's it. That guy reads it a lot better than I did. That's why he's a professional voice actor, and I'm sitting on my couch playing video games. Anyway, getting back to the paragraph thing. When you bought the original game back in the 80s, there was a book. It had all these paragraphs in it. And what people did back then was they would copy the discs, and then they would give the discs to their buddies and say, here's this game called Wasteland, go ahead and play it. But you couldn't really copy all the paragraphs. So people were playing the game, like pirated copies of the game, without these paragraphs. And what happened was some of the paragraphs were really important to the story. They contained passwords and secrets and all kinds of hidden lore items that would help you to get through this game. And if you didn't have the paragraphs, it was really difficult to get through this thing. The other thing that happened was in the paragraphs, and I don't know, I haven't looked through all these paragraphs yet, but in this game, if you got the paragraph book and you just wanted to scroll through and read all the paragraphs and try and cheat and get ahead without playing through the game, some of these paragraphs are fake. And for example, there's some locations where if you go into these locations, the people inside are really hostile. And one of the paragraphs I remember says, hey, go on into this town and, go up to these people and they're going to welcome you. I can't remember what they're called right now. If we run across them, I'll point it out. But regardless, the paragraph was fake. When you walked in, they all attacked you, and they were so strong. They were such high level at that point. They just annihilated your entire squad, and your game was done. So, pretty fun stuff. This game just it's very unique. It's one of a kind for sure. Okay, so we're going to offer to help these guys. We're going to tell Miguel, hey, look, we're here to help. So Miguel is pleased. The other farmers smile and thank you. And they lead you to the vegetable field. Who doesn't want to have combat in a vegetable field? I know I do.
In the shadow of an enormous satellite tracking dish stands the old man. Over 100 years old, he is still vigorous and bright of eye, although he rambles incoherently at times. The farmers remove their hats as they approach and wait for him to speak. Frowning, deep in thought, he stares at what appear to be the remains of a 15-foot-tall carrot. He holds a long shaft of broken metal in one hand and mumbles something about wascally wabbits that he had to beat away with his best rake. Miguel explains that you have come to help. The old man studies your weapons and tells you that he doesn't think your pea shooters will do any good against the armored varmints, but that you're welcome to try. If you succeed, he wants you to come back and see him. There's something he'd like to show you. Free to roam the veggie field, you head towards the carrot patch. From a distance, you hear the old man warn you, "Watch out for Harry, the bunny master."
Alright, so we got 15-foot tall carrots. We got Harry the bunny master. There's a lot going on here. So what you're going to want to do here, we're just going to walk around. And these animals are going to come and attack us, and we are actually looking for Harry the bunny master. Now you can go to paragraph 84 in your journal. It's going to tell you the same thing. You can replay that video if you want. So let's go and walk around this satellite dish here. This thing says a large satellite tracking dish aimed to the north. The white metal struts and plates shine as if they were new. There's also a catapult here aimed at the north wall. So we're just going to walk around here. You got peas the size of bowling balls that lie in pods on the ground. Over here you got unusually hairy peaches, much larger than normal. That's kind of fun. And what's over here? Oh, this is green sequoia broccoli forest. 30-foot tall stalks of broccoli. And well, we got a battle going on. As you approach, opossums mass for an attack and waddle toward you. And here we have two separate groups of enemies. We have one opossum is in one group, and three opossums at another group. they're going to appear at 2 feet away. You can always tell there's a distance involved in combat. So let's get into this combat and let's see what we can do. Alright, so we're going to take Franks and Beans, and we're going to use him to attack the first group, the first opossum. And then we're going to have Chuck Norris attack the first opossum, because I don't know how many it's going to take to kill him. And then Martha Stewart and Leroy Jenkins are going to attack the second group. And let's use these options. Leroy Jenkins, 18 points of damage. Chuck Norris hits for 17 points. Franks and Beans kills one. Now the opossum, they pounce on us, but here's the cool thing. Because we're wearing those leather jackets, it doesn't do any damage to us. So we're just whacking away at them, getting experience points, and they're not really doing a whole lot of damage to us. Alright, let's go ahead and do that again. Everybody's going to attack. Oh, boy, we are kicking these opossum right in the ass. Uh-oh. Franks and Beans misses, Martha Stewart misses. I gotta work on their aim. Maybe they need some glasses. Alright, everybody attack again. Oh, Leroy Jenkins. The opossum explodes like a blood sausage. It's pretty graphic. Oh, Leroy Jenkins needs some glasses. He misses. Franks and Beans misses. The opossum, everybody's missing. What the hell's going on there? Somebody call the optometrist. Alright, let's keep attacking. Oh, Chuck Norris kills one. Alright, there we go. Franks and Beans gets 128 experience. Chuck Norris 64. Leroy Jenkins 64. Awesome. So that's a little bit about combat. As you can see, nobody lost any health. I'm sure we're going to be losing some health once we find Harry the Bunny Master. Here we go. Giant tomatoes, hopefully not of the killer variety. Oh, that's a joke right there for you. Wheat, a lot of it. So let's just keep walking through here. Eventually we're going to run across somebody. And these are big beans, so let's walk down through the big beans. Oh, as you approach, opossums mass for an attack and waddle towards you. It's the same thing we just did, so let's go ahead and use the same strategy. Oh, Leroy Jenkins kicking some ass. We're doing a lot of damage here, and the possums aren't really doing any damage, which is really good for us. Alright, same thing. Alright, everybody's missing. Franks and Beans kills one. Alright, everybody's attacking. And everybody's missing. Gosh, we cannot hit worth a shit. Alright, let's attack again. Miss. Miss. Franks and Beans hammer somebody. Chuck Norris hammer somebody. Alright, everybody attack again. Swing and a miss. Oh, Chuck Norris hit somebody. You gotta wonder how much health these possums have if we're doing 19, 16, 17 points of damage each. Oh, Martha Stewart hammers one and kills one. Oh man, 1 point of damage to Chuck Norris. Uh-oh. We're in trouble. Oh boy. Martha Stewart kills one. And there we go. Franks and Beans 64 experience. Martha Stewart 192. Good job. Alright, we're going to continue to walk through. Uh-oh. We have got desert lizards. Let's attack. Oh, 11 points of damage. 12 points of damage. Chuck Norris swing and a miss. Martha Stewart swing and a miss. Oh, now the desert lizard's doing some damage. Here's a tougher opponent. Oh, 13 points of damage. Chuck Norris kills him. He gets 120 experience for that. That's good. Alright, we're going to keep walking around here. Oh, more desert lizards. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Martha Stewart gets him for 10 points. Leroy gets him for 10 points. Chuck Norris kills one again. Keep attacking. Alright, we're doing some damage. Everybody attack. Somebody's going to kill it here shortly. I got a good feeling about this. Martha Stewart's hitting it. Oh, Leroy Jenkins kills one. Martha Stewart kills one. Alright, everybody keep attacking. Okay, everybody's missing. There's a lot of missing going on here. Not sure how realistic that is. Alright, let's attack again. Alright, Franks and Beans kills one. So look, everybody got 120 experience. Looks like everybody killed one. Let's keep going through this little area here. Oh, we got prairie dogs. Let's go ahead and attack them. Everybody's going to attack group number 1. It's 3 prairie dogs, so let's go. Well, we're doing some damage, but nobody's killed any of these prairie dogs yet. Let's keep attacking. Oh boy, we're missing again. Why is it that we always miss together? Alright, let's attack again. Leroy Jenkins kills one. Alright, so now we killed one from group 1, so we're going to split up here. And Franks and Beans and Chuck Norris attack Group 1. And Martha Stewart and Leroy Jenkins attack Group 2. Alright, same thing. Alright, now there's only one left in each group, so we're still going to split up. And let's go. Oh, Chuck Norris killed one. Now there should just be one left. Everybody attack. Let's get him. Or everybody can miss. Son of a bitch. What the hell? Okay. This is ridiculous. There's no way they could all miss. Twice in a row. There we go. Franks and Beans kills the last one. 160 experience for Franks and Beans. Chuck Norris got 320. Martha Stewart and Leroy Jenkins also get 160. Oh, here we go. A large farmer is walking around amongst the green leaves of this carrot patch. Sensing your approach, he stops moving and watches you with his ominous eyes, filled with hatred for you and your kind. Wow, that's pretty offensive. This is Harry, the Bunny Master. So we got two groups of enemies here. We got a Harry and we got a bunny. We don't care about the bunny. Everybody's going to attack Harry. He does an immense amount of damage. He's got a huge axe. So let's all attack Harry. And hopefully nobody will die. Alright, 2 points of damage on Harry. That is not a lot. Oh boy. Oh, Chuck Norris gets him for 9 points, and everybody else misses. Same thing. Everybody's attacking Harry. We have got to kill him before he kills us. Wow, Chuck Norris kills Harry. 12 points of damage. I don't know. It seems to me Harry had less hit points than those prairie dogs we just fought. That's kind of weird. Alright, well, let's attack the bunny. Doesn't really look like a bunny, does it? And of course we're missing again. There we go. Franks and Beans kills the bunny. So we did it. Chuck Norris got 480 experience for killing Harry the Bunny Master. And maybe a bunny or two in there. Franks and Beans gets 40 experience. Good job us. Alright, so we got some loot here. Who wants the loot? Let's say, let's give it to Chuck Norris. 16 bucks. That sucks. Okay. Mission complete. The old man is pleased to see that you have killed Harry. His destruction will demoralize the remaining varmints. A holiday will be declared in our honor. Farmers cheer nearby. Murdering the cute little animals has rescued their major food supply. Alright, we are heroes. So that's it. That's the Ag Center here. And that's the mission where we kill Harry the Bunny Master. There is something else that we're going to do here, though. Oh my goodness, look, more bunnies. We're going to keep walking through here and try and get some more loot. And I'll show you a pick lock and how we get through these locked gates here in a second. Let's kill these bunnies while we wait. Alright, Chuck Norris kills it. Martha Stewart kills one. And there we go. Alright, so here we're going to get into a locked gate. A heavy wooden door reinforced with steel defies you to open it. So here's where we're going to use our strength character. There's two ways to go through this door. Pick the lock and bust it down. First, we're going to bust it down. So we are going to use our strength character, Chuck Norris. We're going to use an attribute, which is his strength, and we're going to use it up. Oh, you scratched the door, but it still defies you. Alright, let's try that again. Use Chuck Norris, his strength, up. Okay, well, we're not getting through the door that way. Let's try and pickpocket it. Well, coincidentally, Chuck Norris is our pickpocket guy. I mean, our picklock guy. Let's go ahead and use that. Chuck Norris. Let's use a skill, which is picklock. There we go, and we're through the door. The door is now open. Now here's some loot. Who wants it? Chuck Norris does. It's one club. Whoop-de-doo. Alright, there's another door in our way here. We need to go through it. Let's try and bust this one down. We use Chuck Norris, his strength. Oh, bam! Look at that. He busts through the door and says, "What's up?" Alright, we're going to go all the way. Oh, shit. We got rats. Let's kill them. Oh, Franks and Beans kills one. Chuck Norris kills one. Everybody else misses. Alright, let's go ahead and attack them again. Alright, they're still split into two groups. We're going to have the first two attack the first group and the second two attack the second group. Let's go. Alright, so there's only 2 rats left. And we've hit them about 6 times with like 10, 12, 16 points of damage. I don't know how much hit points these rats have. But honest to God, Harry the Bunny Master had like 20. And something weird with this game here, but we'll keep playing. Franks and Beans 60 experience, Chuck Norris 120, Martha Stewart 60. Now what we're doing, we're trying to get up in this upper corner. Oh look, see, we want to get away from that. We're going to come up here and we're going to bust through here to try and get this loot. Let's use Chuck Norris again. Let's use his strength. Oh, bam, right through the door, saying, what's up? Who wants the loot? Chuck Norris does. 5 fruits, that's what we want. We want fruits. I'll tell you why. We're going to go sell them. Here's another locked gate. Let's use Chuck Norris. Let's use a pick lock. Oh, there we go. So now we're going to come all the way down to the bottom here and get this loot. Hopefully it's some fruits. Come on, Chuck Norris, pick that lock. Yes. Who wants the loot? Chuck Norris does. 10 fruits, there it is. He's going to take the crowbar too. Okay, that is all the loot that we're going to get. So let's go up here to this little market. Let's have Chuck Norris go in, and he's going to sell all these fruits. Now look at how much value they have. 23 value for every fruit that he sells. So look at that. Boom. Alright. Alright, so now we're going to go to Franks and Beans again, and we're going to hit the X button and pull all the money. $1,689 right now. We really want to get around 2,000 because the next thing we're going to do, maybe in the next episode, we're eventually going to want to upgrade our leather jackets to be bulletproof shirts. How exciting. Alright, let's go through here. Chuck Norris. Let's smash through this door. Bam! So as we come up here, you see this guy. The old man asks, "Do you want to see my root cellar?" And we're going to say, "Yes, we want to see your root cellar." It's like some big secret or something. Here's a root cellar. So as you come down here, there's not really much going on in here. But we're going to bust down this door. And it says, "This area has many strange irregular mounds of dirt. Mushrooms grow everywhere. The rotting door rests on broken hinges." Now this room would have been an electronics hacked dream 100 years ago, but all the equipment now seems way beyond repair. We're just going to walk around and inspect everything. This says an instrument console with broken gauges covered by a fine layer of dust. And this is a table full of old junk radio equipment, unidentifiable machine parts, and instrument with broken gauges. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to use perception. And Chuck Norris is our perception guy. So we're going to walk through here. And every step we take, we're going to use Chuck Norris's perception. And here it is. There's a diary under the console. It begins just after the Holocaust. The diary talks about the last days during which the satellite facility was operating. Las Vegas is still intact. Needles wasn't damaged by bombs, but some flooding occurred when the river level rose. Quartz suffered a lot of damage. In hurried script, the last diary entry reads, "We're abandoning the satellite installation so we can join the farmers out at the ag station. We've deactivated the alarms and electronic countermeasures that protect this place. You note this in your journal as paragraph 6. So that's your perception checks that you do throughout this room. Now you're not really going to find anything else. I think the diary is the only thing in this room. But the next room is pretty important as well. Alright, so here, this area is obviously a storage room with many old wooden crates and empty boxes. So I can't remember if you just walk around these boxes, but you're going to find some loot. And it doesn't seem like it's letting me find the loot, so we're going to have to use perception on each box. Oh, alright, so look, we did it. We found some loot. Let's give it to Chuck Norris. It's a grenade. Let's hope he doesn't blow himself up. Alright, here's some more loot we found. Let's give it to Chuck Norris. Plastic explosive. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, we found more loot. Let's give it to Chuck Norris. A 9mm clip. Alright, that should be all the loot that's in here. Usually it's 3 different things of loot in here. Alright, so now we found everything. We've cleared out all these boxes. It's all we can do here. Let's go ahead back up to the surface. Alright, back here at the Ag Center, the old man says, do you want to see the root cellar? We just saw it, so no. And there's one more area that we can go to here. Agriculture Center Caves. Let's go ahead in here. Okay. This is where we're going to stop the episode, and I'll tell you why. This cave system is an absolute grind, and the only reason we're down here is to get experience and some loot. Not going to get a lot of loot, but we are surely going to get a lot of experience because there are a lot of bunnies and rats. All the things we've been fighting up in the Ag Center, in the little fields, those are the same little critters that are down here. They're not really going to hurt us that bad. There's not anything dangerous down here. We're going to use our axes, get double experience points. We're going to go through every single tile, every inch of this cave system, and clear out every enemy in here. And then that's going to give us enough experience that hopefully when we come back out, we can radio into headquarters and everybody can level up. And we're going to do that next episode. So if you like this series, give it a like. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you like this game, if you've played this game, if you played the original. I don't know how old you are, but if you were around in 1987, I think, when this game came out, let me know. Do you remember this game? Is this the first time you're playing it? Is right now, because you weren't around back in 1987. Either way, leave a comment, leave a like if you like this series. If you want the series to continue, let me know. I don't mind doing it and sharing what I remember about this game. I really like this game. It's just taking me back. And it's really fun. There's a lot of cool little quirky things. Like I said, it's one of a kind. They're not making... I mean, this game is just so unique, and I'm glad I can share it with you. So anyway, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. And hit the bell notification so you'll be notified of all the content coming out on the channel. Lots of cool stuff happening. And again, thanks for letting me be a part of your day. And I'll see you in the next video.